Load that back up. I'm going to hit that button. That's going to do that. Logo talk, chat box. Boom. We probably need a whole new chat box, bro. We going to do that. We going to move that out the way. We going to get that. We going to go boom. We going to go. Hey, man, let me explain. Hold up. I can explain. Wait a minute. This sucks, man. I finally got my internet right, but then I'm making human mistakes. So, wait a minute. Let me pop out the chat. Hold up. Let me go there. Is that the chat? Okay, cool. Cool. Is that what we're looking at? Testing. No, that ain't the chat we looking at. Hold up. T-H-E. That's the one. Boom. There we go. Man, listen, man. Let me just explain what the hell going on, man. Last night I had problems with my actual internet. Like my internet service provider, they were letting Nas down. That's the problem that we had. Okay, cool. Today, everything's easy peasy, right? I actually went through my test. My internet's working fine. This time, I just accidentally kicked my surge protector and shut down every goddamn thing, okay? That's what happened. The NFL Illuminati is not trying to get me. YouTube Illuminati is not trying to get me neither. It's Xfinity. No more video from Voch. Hey, I'm back, man. We back. I'm sorry. My bad. It's just all very, very unfortunate, unfortunate turn of events. Voch took it off. He couldn't refuse from Illuminati. Now he can't finish live streams. Damn, he's doing the same. No, man, it ain't the same thing, man. He was speaking too much the truth like Michael Jackson, so they pulled the plug. Damn, y'all. Oh, y'all doing too much. LOL, RIP, did Voch sign to a show or something? Damn. Y'all killing me, man. Or Fido just shit on his... Y'all, damn, y'all ruthless, man. They trying to kill his YouTube channel. Never. I'll just make Voch Lombardi 2.0 and keep this bitch moving. He died from 5G radiation. Hilarious. Oh, I see CenturyLink was just a pain in that. Hey, man, I kicked my surge protector and everything died. Shut up. Damn, I hate restarting my shows like that, man, because now we leaning on my reliability. Now y'all out here thinking I'm not reliable for good live streams, man. It's been a rough 2 days, man. Anyway, like I said, you can call into the show. I think I got to reset the whole damn show, though. Okay, let's just reset the whole show.
Beats Planet.
Okay, now that I got my formal reset going, we back like broad straps. This is going to be a 2.0. I'm not going to bring new topics or nothing like that, guys. It's just very unfortunate series of events that's been going on, but it's all good. Just don't kick your dog. It wasn't a dog. It was me. How you doing, Voch? I went through withdrawal. Hey, man, sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that. But we back like broad straps, man. We're all going through a withdrawal for missing football, man. So sorry about that. Hello, Voch. You're all right. Salute to you, man. You all right with me too, man. Like I said, if y'all have a question, let me cut the phones back on. Hold up. I gotta reset the phones. Okay, so cool. Let me reset all that. Connect to that server. Boom. Let me mute this so y'all don't hear everything. Audio. Yes, sir. 3 more weeks until preseason. We get the training camp is on the way, man, and we get to see who's getting cut and who's going to make final rosters and what rookies are going to be good for our teams, and things like what veterans are going to get their spots taken. It's a lot of fun in preseason. Some people don't like the preseason. I think it's a lovely thing to do. You're going to do live game reactions? No, because the NFL Illuminati will let me do certain things, but the NFL Illuminati won't let me do other things. I can break down all 22 film. They say that's fine, but the NFL Illuminati won't let me do broadcast stuff. So no, I'm not going to be doing live reactions, but I'm not going to be doing live reactions and nothing like that. But I will, I will review. I'll do reviews. I'm going to do live streams every week, and y'all can ask me how I feel about a game. And, like I said, man, these live streams are for people that say, hey, man, I would love to talk to Voch Lombardi just about whatever, anything, just one-on-one. That's what these live streams are for, man. Sometimes they have topics. Other times, like today, we just going to line up. Cool-ass Drake in the building. We just going to line up and just be cool, man. The day we just chilling, I'm mingling with my people. Damn, Lieutenant Dan, that's a great question. Shannon Sharp said the Ravens going to the Super Bowl. Don't believe that shit. The best Power Ranger ever. Man, Dan could have called in and said that though, but 515-739-1285. Access code 309-104. Call in. Ask me whatever. When I was younger, my favorite Power Ranger was the blue Ranger from Power Rangers in Space, because he was a little kid, but when he morphed, his goddamn stunt double came in and he grew 3 feet and he learned how to whoop grown men. And as a kid, I was always on his team. As a 12-year-old, I got a little older. I liked Zach, the Black Ranger, because he was black and he was the Black Ranger. And I was getting a little more aware of who I was, and I was like, yeah, man, I'm pro black. Black Ranger. Everything's everything. Black, Zach was the break dancer. He was cool, you know what I'm saying? He was the laid back one, you know what I'm saying? But reflecting on it as a 25-year-old now, I like Tommy, man. I like White Ranger Tommy, not Green Ranger Tommy. Because I had a crush on Kimberly my whole life. And Tommy snatched her up. Also, Tommy is an MMA fighter in real life. So if you want that smoke with him, he'll whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? So I like Tommy the White Ranger. I would call in, but Kid has it. Hey man, I feel you. It's all good. Thoughts on Black China? Cornelius, I think Black China has lived the American dream for Thots. You know what I mean? She was a young stripper, didn't have that much direction in life. Got into this modeling career, smashed a bunch of rappers, whatever she had to do, made a little bread, found some rich cat, had a baby by him, and now she's set for life by Thotin. I think she can teach Thotin classes at Yale, Harvard, any of these Ivy League schools. I think Thotin should be considered a legit career path because it's the oldest profession ever. Like since year one, Thotin is like like say what you want, dog. Cleopatra was a thought. Mark Antony and Octavian, they gave up everything they had for her. She's the modern day Cleopatra, and y'all can hate her all y'all want to, but we have young women that look up to Cleopatra, this beautiful woman that was the face of this era of year one, pre whatever. We always look up to beautiful woman Cleopatra. Mona Lisa ugly. We love Cleopatra, but Cleopatra was a thought. And she took what she want from Mark Antony and Octavian, and next thing you know, they're killing each other, and she rules the entire everything that they owned. Right? It's kind of like a divorce settlement, but instead she took everything from both of them. So when you look at Black China, she started off from nothing. She's a beautiful woman. Don't act like Black China's ugly and no shit like that. I mean, I would go get Black China pregnant, but she won't get as much money from me. She'll probably get my laptop and that's it. But Black China made it all shake by being a thought. And I think we should embrace thoughtness. You know what I'm saying? For those that don't know, thought is an acronym for that hoe over there. We look at hoes as this negative thing, but the word used to be concubines, you know, and concubines were divine people. When kings and leaders needed release, we wouldn't call it a wife. The wife was for the posters. The wife was for the parade. The wife was for the image. But when it came down to keeping the king cool and making positive decisions, call in the concubines. And they were paid handsomely. Right? These brothels, like after the conquistadors would go on these excursions. You know what I mean? Any type of big battle that happened, concubines and thoughts were important before and after the battle, right? Let me say this, actually, the wife was more important before the battle. Okay, let me bear my seed within my wife, within my woman, to have my son just in case I don't come back alive. But the concubine was for the celebration. You would smash your wife stressed out because you can go into this battle and die, but concubines were there for celebration. Thoughts ain't nothing to be frowned upon. You don't frown at thoughts. I love thoughts personally. I'm not in love with thoughts, but I love them. As a job, as a profession, I love them. So, in my personal opinion, when I look at the Black China situation, we can't act like this is something new. I saw this one post that was like, this is what your daughters look up to, boom, boom, boom. Shit, we know who Cleopatra is for a reason. She in the history books, brother. And Black China is just doing something that's been done for years. It's just that if Cleopatra had Snapchat, we'll probably had news of Cleopatra too. So it is what it is. Let me get into the phones, man. Line blowing up. Mi hermano, Rafael Lopez. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's good, brother? How you doing?
Holding it down for the Doski Woski, man. What's happening?
Hey, man. Right now, I just kind of brought like a pretty basic, prototypical topic to your show.
Before you get into that, Rafael, what do you think about thoughts?
About thoughts? You know, that was actually a pretty interesting point you were making about how they used to hire him to service the kings.
Yes, sir.
And whatnot. You know, that's pretty. I'm probably going to share that at work.
That's factual.
That's pretty interesting, but
that's factual. Go ahead.
That kind of proves that thoughts are necessary in society.
Gotta have them. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. All right. So I wanted to talk. I think that there's a couple of guys. Like if we're talking quarterbacks of all time, I think there's a couple of guys that like kind of snuck their way like into our minds as us making us believe that they're top 10 of all time. Okay. Just based on the way that football is sold, the way they sell it. You know, it's sold through story. And
are you saying Johnny Unitas was not one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, but based on media narrative that we have to accept it? Are you saying that a regular quarterback these days, a guy like Ryan Tannehill, is technically more skilled than a guy like Fran Tarkenton? Is that what you're saying?
I'm going to go into specifics, but I I am saying that. But I'm not going to say that about Unitas or Tarkenton. I would have said the opposite. I think that they were widely underrated, and I think that they should be higher. Hang on, but I'm going to go into guys like that you might not. Like number one is Tom fucking Brady. Like I'm so sick of hearing it, man. Like the guy's obviously fantastic, but you know, like it's really about situations. What situation you go into. You have to play the hand you dealt, And if Tom Brady gets dealt, a king and an ace every time, there's nothing you can do about it,
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Another guy, the guy has 4 Super Bowls, Bradshaw. I don't even know if the guy would even make a roster today. Do you?
Are you saying Terry Bradshaw ain't shit?
I'd say basically, I think anybody could have won 4 Super. I think I could have won 4 Super Bowls with that roster that he played with. He had how many Hall of Famers on his team?
Plenty.
I don't fucking know.
Plenty.
He had plenty. He had plenty.
Yeah.
And another thing that we have to consider is that a lot of people don't really like to think about, especially the older guys. A lot of older fans. The responsibilities of a quarterback have just skyrocketed throughout the year, and they just keep on skyrocketing because it continues to be a more and more passing league. Obviously, it's more entertaining for the viewers, but some of the older guys, I think you eventually, they're like nice stories. That's how the NFL sells their product. It's their storytelling. But if you're really gonna analyze on who the GOAT, who the best is, you should really ask yourself, what if my mother's life was on the line and I needed a quarterback to go win a game, and if they lose, then my mother dies. That's really the only single argument you should be able to have to win that debate. I think if you were to ask me that, if I were to ask you that, who would you want under center?
If I could have any quarterback ever?
Yeah, but with the question, if they lose, your mom dies.
Damn. I don't have a good answer for you, bro. Man, I don't have a good. That's a hell of a question, though. It'll have to be
the only question.
It'll have to be. It'll have. Peyton Manning's my guy. I love Peyton Manning. I am a Peyton Manning guy. I think he's the greatest. He's the best quarterback of all time. I think Tom is in greatest territory, but I think Peyton Manning is the best quarterback of all time. That's just my opinion,
though. I think, I'm torn. I think I would take Aaron Rodgers.
And that's fine too. That's a great answer too. Aaron Rodgers has more physical tools than Peyton, but from the shoulders up, man, Peyton was a bad man. But go ahead.
But basically that's all I got. Something that I think that a lot of people should definitely keep in mind, that the responsibilities of a quarterback throughout the last few decades it's just not even close compared to the Otto Graham era.
Mm-hmm.
Or, but that's basically all I got, man.
Hey, man, salute to you. Thanks for calling, bro. Me hermano. Salute, man.
Salute, man.
Another thing about thots, did you know that thots are necessary to keep marriages successful and happy and shit, right? One of my great teachers, the late great Black Phillip, he said that cheating is not for the man, it's for the woman. You see, it's that the definition of cheating is when you go through all of these measures and you sneak out of your house and you basically turn into Batman just to find this piece of happiness that you're not getting, just so your woman won't find out, just so her feelings won't be hurt. You see what I'm saying? If we didn't care about the woman, we would smash in the bed and get caught in the house, in the room, whatever. But the fact that we go through these extremes, that we hide, that we turn into Batman, this 007 secret agent, just to not get caught, it shows how much we care about the woman. Just another little tidbit. I just Googled Cleopatra. Her nickname was the Serpent of the Nile. That's hilarious, goddammit. Can y'all tell I can talk about that all day? Can y'all tell? Can y'all just tell? Anyway, let me jump back into the chat box, man. Hashtag thots are necessary. We better not start that hashtag. Thoughts are necessary. Whew. Okay, here we go. Let's get into this. I'm using that. I'm using that if I ever get caught cheating. You better. You're welcome. I gotta speak the truth. Okay, true. Thank you, Ronald. Okay, somebody said. Okay, cool. So what did Ronald say at first? Peyton doesn't choke his team. Peyton doesn't choke. His teammates do. That's real talk. That's real talk, Ron. Peyton. It's like when Peyton's defense was finally on point. You know, when we finally got that season out of Bob Sanders and Cato June and Larry Triplett and I don't know why the name Gary Brackett pops up in my head for some reason. I don't think that's the case. Dwight Freeney, Robert Mathis. When those guys finally started stepping up, that's when the Colts won that Super Bowl. You know, Peyton Manning was always the guy. You know, so he went to Denver, who had a great defense as well. You know, sometimes you got to have more than one piece to win a Super Bowl, bro. So that's why Peyton is my guy. That's our part of the circle of life, 100%. My man Jen said, hold up. He said, Mike said, thoughts are a part of the circle of life. Jen said, until you catch something. You don't hit thoughts raw, bro. Come on, son. You don't hit thoughts raw. My protege, Young Gashler, what's good, bro?
Not much. How you doing?
What's happening, man? What you got for the show?
I just wanted to call in. First things first, you got to put your intro in just one video, so we can all listen to it because we all love it.
I've seen you say that a few times, man, but if somebody steal my shit, I'm going to be forced to, to be an angry black man about it. That way. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't believe in snitching necessarily, and I can't go whoop nobody ass because they could be in, like Idaho somewhere. You know what I mean? So I have a video of my intros and outros. I'll send them to you if you just want to listen in your free time or whatever. What you got for the show, Young Gage?
Well, it's that, and also, like, you a good history teacher.
Whoop, Gash, I got to cut you off. Time out. 2 comments real fast. Sam Tharp said, Colts fan here. I need to be your new go-to Colts guy. Sam Tharp, call in and sell yourself. Let me know why. Also, my man Law Nation is in the comment section right here. If you're a Cowboys fan, I'm going to be on his channel a lot more often. I wanted to do community service in the Cowboys community. My man Law is giving me the opportunity to come on his channel and talk some Cowboys, looking like every Tuesday. We'll see. But salute the Law Nation. My bad, Young Ash, for cutting you off. You're a real one. Go ahead, bro. Finish your points. I can be a great history teacher. Go ahead.
Well, you just explained most of history in 5 minutes.
True.
So that just shows what your knowledge be. You're knowledgeable of football and you're knowledgeable of overall just world knowledge and stuff.
Funny story.
So, salute to you for that.
Funny story. When I was in college, I was going to be a football coach, and in Mississippi, you have to teach something to be a football coach. And I wasn't feeling math or English. I ended up being a health type of dude, but for the most part, I was in English. I was in history for a long time. I did history for a while, and I was in a lot of history classes, and I love military history. I love conniving history. I love that type of stuff. And one day, my teacher was sitting back talking about how Cleopatra basically finessed everybody for the greater good of Egypt. And it was some girls in the class, and I'm a loudmouth now. I was definitely a loudmouth back then. And I'm up here listening to my teacher, and I had to stop him. I was like, y'all glorifying Cleopatra. She was a thought. like Gash, you 13, so I don't know if you know, but there's this movie that came out in the 90s called Players Club. Had Ice Cube in it, Lisa Ray, a couple other people. It's about this stripper that goes through stripper trials and tribulations. And one of the pro strippers there, chick named Ronnie, she had this phrase. She said, sometimes you got to use what you got to get what you want. And that's basically what Cleopatra did. She manipulated people for her own personal gain. So that's why when the Black China conversation comes up in public, I'm so inclined to think, bro, y'all cannot hate on Black China because she's doing what women have been doing for centuries. I'm not saying all women because that's some misogynist shit, but whatever. But but Cleopatra was a thought. And some of the greatest people and some of the greatest women in history have been thots. We just call them concubines and we glorify them. But whatever. Go ahead, bro. What's your next point?
My next thing, I just want to ask because on my blog thing, there's a glitch where it doesn't show the actual amount of followers I have because Lieutenant Dan said he followed, but it's still at the same amount of followers. Mm-hmm. Have you followed my blog?
I have.
Are you a follower?
I have.
Okay, so I'll check that out later. I just wanted to make sure I can get as many people. What was it? Oh yeah, last night on the title of the stream, you said you were going to talk about the Cowboys.
Time out. Let me unfollow it, and I'm going to follow it again just to see if that changed anything for you. Go ahead.
All right. You want me to go up with the Cowboy stuff?
Yeah. Law Nation. I'm going to be on his YouTube channel. He is he's the Cowboy aficionado. You know what I'm saying? He's the Cowboy expert or whatnot, and I like to consider myself one as well, but I just happen to be in this draft community, so I got to show love to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to put my expertise with him today.
I think, in my mind, the Cowboys are going to do well because as long as you have that offensive line, you have Dak performing at his best, and you have Zeke still performing at his constant rate that he was at Ohio State, and even a little bit better because of that offensive line.
I dig that.
You may have lost a couple. You may have lost like Doug Free and Ronald Leary, but that's not much. You still have those core guys in Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, Travis Frederick. Like I said, you have Frederick and Martin on the inside. Zeke can just run right through that. And then with Tyron Smith at left tackle, I don't think anybody's going to get past him, or defensive ends will very rarely get past him. So I have them win the division again and possibly going to the Super Bowl.
You know, man, Cowboys fans are kind of spoiled in a sense to where they think that they think that we have to have 5 All-Pro Hall of Fame people across the board, and that's just not the case. Whenever you have 3 All-Pro offensive linemen and 2 serviceable people, then you'll be fine. The difference is I think La'el Collins is more than serviceable. I think La'el Collins is more athletic than Doug Free. He's more powerful than Doug Free. He'll be able to be better than Doug Free. And it's not hard to be better than Doug Free. Where the left guard situation comes in at Jonathan Cooper, he doesn't even have to be better than Ron Leary. He just has to not be the worst guard in the league, and we'll be just fine. Because if you have Tyron Smith on your left and Zach and Travis Frederick on your right, you'll be okay. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
So as far as the offensive line, that's cool. Claiborne and Carr, they've left, but people were trying to replace them anyway. And Rod Marinelli's system, we're gonna play back, we're gonna clog the coverage, we're gonna let you catch, and we're gonna come up and tackle. That's how we play ball, and we bent and we didn't break. That's the kind of ball that we played. Yeah. When you watch film on Chidobe Awuzie, he's a maniac. Yep. You watch the film on Jordan Lewis, he plays the ball in the air, he's a maniac. Xavier Woods is a maniac. So I think the defense is gonna be just fine.
Yeah, I was just about to say that you may have lost Mo Claiborne and Carr, but you still have two of the top draft corners, Chidobe Awuzie and then Jordan Lewis. Jordan Lewis not so much, but because of those off-the-field issues. But I remember watching film on him, seeing that one-handed interception against Wisconsin, and saying, "Man, this kid is going to be special one day."
Absolutely.
So, yeah. That's all I got for right now.
Salute my young phenom, my young 13-year-old protege, Gashler. Plug your stuff, man. Tell them where they can find you at.
Yep, I was just about to say, can I plug my stuff in? gdrafttalk.blogspot.com. If y'all haven't followed yet, please follow. I'll try and get that issue resolved as soon as I can. Thank you.
gdrafttalk@blogspot. Wait, gdrafttalk.blogspot.com. Okay,
It's. I'm thinking about making my own website, and once I get the money to support it for a year or two, it'll be a lot easier to comprehend. And draft talk, double X, blah, 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 blah.
Hey man,
You feel me?
that's a mouthful, bro. That's a mouthful, but we gonna get it done though.
Yep.
We gonna get it done. I'm co-signing you. You know what I'm saying? Till we make it, bro.
Yep.
Salute.
Salute.
And boom. Blue, I tell you what, you better get out of my face. You want to get swole. All you do is spin records. You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. Anyway. I saw this comment, man. This comment. Smith ain't that good. Come on, Jonathan. Come on, son. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. I ain't a Cowboys fan, but the Law Nation I seen was legit. It was legit and not a fanboy session. Hey man, I tell you what, man, when me and Cowboys Nation TV, Cowboys blog, Law Nation, when we all get together, man, we have this nice little chemistry, man. We have this Legion of Doom type of feel to us. Like this thing could be a successful podcast at some point, man. I'm loud. I talk fast. Like I bring information at a rapid pace, and Law does a great job of keeping me on track. He does a good job cutting me off and not letting me take the show over. and that's partially why I got to have my own show, because I talk so much, man. I'm heavy. I'm mentally exhausting, bro. So salute to him and his show. He does a great job of keeping me on track. Let's see. I should start a Packers Nation YouTube channel. Hey man, I salute to everybody, doc. I'll start plugging as soon as you're making it. Falcons ass. I'm talking about career wise, already 30 sacks. For example, Joe Thomas and Witt have given up 41 and 37. You know, Jonathan, I don't know how long you've been part of my part of my YouTube community or whatever, because I don't call nobody fans, man. We're all just a member of the same Voch Lombardi community. Y'all my supporters. I try to encourage people to not look at numbers. I look at skill set. Production is a whole nother situation. And a lot of those sacks came from my quarterback holds the ball too damn long. Tony Romo would hold the ball for a long time and take a lot of sacks from that side. Like Tony didn't take a lot of sacks from the middle. Tony used to hang in the pocket for 9 seconds, spin, and try to make things happen. So when you have a gunslinger at quarterback, of course you're going to produce more sacks than a guy that catches the ball and get rid of it quickly. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I'm not gonna get into this whole debate thing, because I don't too much like debating. Jonathan, if you don't like Tyron Smith, that's 100% your bag. But I try to go skill set over everything. Who's the rookie you're most excited to see round 1 through 3 and 4 through undrafted, which fell into the best spot? Of course, I want to see what all the Cowboys guys do, but I'm not gonna do that to y'all. A lot of people say that I hate it on Deshaun Watson. I want to see what he does in the Tom Savage. I want to see what he does in the Tom Savage competition. Deshaun Watson. I want to see what Pat Magic does in Kansas City. I just want to see how that goes. As far as undrafted guys, I would love to see fourth through undrafted guys. I want to see what Carl Lawson does. I had a higher grade on him, and he ended up going late. The same for Desmond King. I want to see how that works out. It's a lot of guys I really want to see. I'm trying to see everybody. So we'll see. Voch, go on Draft Breakdown. I want to show you something on Vita Via. I'll cross that road when I get there. But you can tell me where to go, and I'll go watch it real quick. But I'll be breaking down his film later. I'm not gonna do a quick look on Vita Via. I'm just gonna I just want to jump into it. I want to see what Derrick Rivers is going to do. The Patriots drafted him, so Derrick Rivers is about to be the best defensive end in the league next year. Gash, what's up?
So I forgot all about what I wanted to say about the Rookie of the Year stuff because you just had to come up in the comments. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to say that, so I just had to call back in.
Gotcha.
I think this is a little bit of wild card here. I think Derek Barnett is going to be the Rookie of the Year defensively.
Okay.
So,
my whole thing is that it takes defensive ends, edge guys to it takes them a year or two to get acclimated to the league. You know, Von Miller was cool his first year, but he really became an animal his third year. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, same with all these guys. Vic Beasley was cool his first year, but he just now coming into his own. It takes these edge guys a while to get going. But I like Derek Barnett though. We'll see. Anything that saves him is that he's more technical than anything. So he has some technique with him already. So possibly.
Can I say my reasoning for Derek Barnett?
100%, young man. Go ahead.
Okay. So here, I'm gonna pull up Marcus Peters' stats. Because I think after we all know Barnett's production in Tennessee, he broke Reggie White's sack record and whatever. But I think if he can keep producing like that and he gets a couple more, or if he gets a bunch of sacks this year, then I think he could be a true Rookie of the Year, and people will overlook whoever has better traits or anything. I think they're going to say, oh my gosh, look at his stats and go crazy. And I'm just going to share with you Marcus Peters from the Chiefs, who won it in 2015, I believe. I'm trying to pull it up. He had let's count interceptions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He had 8 interceptions in the season, in just the regular season, and he had a bunch of pick sixes, and I think that's basically what elevated him to that defensive Rookie of the Year standing.
You know something I just thought about
in the postseason too.
You know something I just thought about. There's this one candidate I have for a defensive Rookie of the Year. I just thought about him, and he plays in the NFC. And he's surrounded by Michael Bennett, Frank Clark, Cliff Averill, guys like Jaron Reed. Man, Malik McDowell. Malik about to come in and just eat some one-on-one blocks alive, bro. So I just thought about that one, just sitting up here, just cooling out with you, man. Don't forget about young Malik. So we'll see.
It's a wide open race at this point, and we can never tell until the end of the season.
Oh yeah, we'll find out.
Who thought that Dak Prescott would be the Rookie of the Year this year?
Dak Prescott is amazing, and he's the GOAT, and I don't want to hear nothing else.
Yeah, but at this point in time, last year, who thought that Dak Prescott would be the Rookie of the Year?
Dak was the 4th quarterback on the roster, man, and he had to cut some breaks. He had to send over bad seafood to get people sick in the stomach. He had to take people's cell phones and change alarm clocks so they won't wake up and get to practice. And when Dak finally got his start, hey man,
yep,
Dak ain't look back.
We don't know Ben Roethlisberger, and I don't want to offend Steel Jedi if he's on the stream right now. Ben Roethlisberger could get hurt in the preseason. Josh Dobbs steps in and does phenomenally and wins the Rookie of the Year just like Dak did last year. We never know.
The thing about it, he won't though. He won't. No, I will say though. If you got Josh Dobbs, man, you put Le'Veon behind him. You put Bryant and Brown and Eli and them. You surround him by those guys, man. He might have a shot, I think.
Yeah.
I would like to see it though.
Yeah, but we still need Ben Roethlisberger to get hurt, and that doesn't look too likely.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Appreciate it, young guys.
Yeah. Thank you. See you later.
Salute. Let's see. How long has this stream been going? Because I'm just cooling with y'all, man. This ain't even about business right now, bro. This is Dak is a glorified game manager. Tim Porter ain't watching the film, man. He's either a Redskins fan or a Giants fan or an Eagles fan, or he's just simply not watching the film. It's cool. I can't fuss at him. I'm not gonna complain. I'm not. If that's what you think, that's what you think. But come on, man. Voch, did you see McDowell's interview in OTA? A reporter asked him about taking plays off. I did not. What'd he say? Tell me what he said, young Ronald. Can't wait to see my boy Dalvin Cook, and I want to see how. Hey man, DeMarcus Walker. I just don't think DeMarcus Walker got the juice like that unless he plays 3-tech. But he gonna have to put a little bulk on him. Let's see. Dak is a gamer. He stepped up in high school, stepped up in college, he stepped in the NFL. Now this far almost made of glass. Hey, salute Rex. Salute. I've been seeing that too. I've been seeing Arden Key to the Bears. Hey man, if the Bears somehow figure out a way to put Arden Key on one side and Leonard Floyd on the other side, good luck with that. Good luck with trying to throw the ball against the Bears, man. That's a lot of athleticism off that edge. What happened to game management in 2015 to those who say Dak is a game? Hey man, hey. I'd be curious to hear Voch's take on Dak Prescott. Okay, well. I went through this conundrum of trying to figure out Dak Prescott as a college football player. I guess I wasn't as seasoned as a scout then, opposed to, who I am now. I think I'm a lot better now. Old Voch Lombardi ain't about nothing. The Voch Lombardi that you get today is way better, more improved. So when I was watching film on Dak Prescott, as new Voch Lombardi, because he didn't look special at first, right? He won football games. He found open plays or whatever. Boom, boom, boom. What gave me different perspective though, and that's why these long ass quick looks exist. That's why I watched film on Josh Rosen the way I did. I went back to the freshman tape. You have to take a look at Dak Prescott from a freshman perspective. Now, at some point, I played football in Mississippi, Natchez High School. I played against a team called Meridian. Meridian had a guy named Tyler Russell. Tyler Russell started for the Mississippi State Bulldogs in front of Dak Prescott. Tyler Russell was bad, then he got hurt, then Dak stepped in to play. Dak was just as bad. The difference is Tyler was hurt, so Dak got to play a few more games. So when you look at Dak, that first game playing, then you watch the rest of the games that season, you saw improvement. You saw a handful of plays that Dak couldn't make at first. Those same plays, he ran them later in the season, and he executed it perfectly. Sophomore season, even better. That's when he developed the gamer mentality, because he learned the playbook at that point. He knew everything there was to know about the shrimping business. So now he could just show up and play. Right? So when you see the jump between sophomore Dak and Dak Jr., that's when Dak became cerebral. Dak started putting it together. And he had a little bit of talent around him. That's when you saw Dak make the reads. And this is a spread offense, dog. You don't see people making reads all across the field. I think Dak invented that. Dak didn't invent it. But spread offenses were more so how Deshaun Watson played football, right? They would read one half of the field, and they would read 1 to 2 players. If this player did this, you throw the ball there. If this player did that, you would throw it there. That's how Deshaun Watson plays football. But when you watch Dak his junior year, he did none of that. Dak would scan 3 or 4 people at a time, and big boy throws would be a lot more prevalent. And you saw the improvement. You saw the intangible stuff. You saw the work that Dak was putting in off the field. Sometimes it's hard to tell what a quarterback does off the field, but when you see someone miss a throw, then they come back in another game and they make that throw look easy, and they do it 2 more times, that's off the field. Dak took the Mississippi State Bulldogs to the number 1. They were the number 1 overall team. They just ran into Alabama. And you know what happens when you run into Alabama, whatever. Dak's senior year, he lost all the talent. And you could tell Dak had no talent his senior year because when he left, Mississippi State went back to being obscure state. You see what I'm saying? But you saw Dak go from a passer. He went from a thrower to a passer. Dak Prescott was a legit passer his senior year in Mississippi State. And I'll make the damn video. It's just going to take me a while, but I'll make it. You saw Dak transition from a thrower to a passer. You saw him throw in tighter windows. You saw, okay, for example, like Dak the thrower could throw with anticipation. He would throw a post with anticipation between the free and the strong safety versus cover two. Dak the passer could throw the ball in the corner of the end zone with only 2 inches of space and still give the receiver enough space to tap 2 feet and go out of bounds and secure the touchdown. That's the difference between Dak the thrower and Dak the passer. You see, Dak the thrower, the coach will call he'll call a fade route to the left, go route down the field. Dak will throw it, boom, whatever, throw it. Dak the passer, what they say when the receiver gets even with the DB, he's open then. Dak would throw with anticipation. Dak would look off safeties. Dak would throw it at the right time. Dak's timing was better. See, Dak became a surgeon. Dak's not a gunslinger. He's not going to come out and throw these 50-yard passes all the time. Dak does surgery. And that's what we see him doing now. See, so we saw Dak in that preseason game versus the Rams and boom, 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 boom. But what made me really understand the improvement, man, it was one of these games this season. I think it was the Buccaneers, bro. And Dak threw a back shoulder fade to Dez Bryant in the red zone, going in for a touchdown, threw the back shoulder fade to him. Dak put just a little too much on it. He did it wrong twice. He went and talked to Dez over on the sideline. Dak probably threw 2 more back shoulder fades that game. They were perfect. They were on the money. You see what I'm saying? People love to say, man, what's gonna happen when these defenses start the game plan for Dak Prescott? Damn it, you got 16, 17 games to game plan on Dak Prescott. If you ain't game planning on him now, you ain't gonna game plan on him. Look at a guy like Carson Wentz. He came in, what was it, like 4-0, something like that? I could be wrong. Carson Wentz lit it up when he first got there. Offensive coordinator say, all right, Carson Wentz, we got you. And they started to figure him out. And they basically made Carson Wentz check down Charlie. Nobody made Dak Prescott check down Charlie. The only bad games Dak Prescott had last year were the 2 games against the Giants and the Vikings, and those were both high-level defenses. And he still found a way to beat the Vikings, and he only lost to those Giants teams by 1 possession. And we basically see Dak Prescott in the playoffs. He did the best he could against the most gifted quarterback that we have in the league today. Brady's greater, but Aaron Rodgers, skill set wise, is the better quarterback. You see what I'm saying? So when you look at young Dak Prescott, he made it all the way to his playoff campaign, and he still didn't figure him out. Right, like Dak Prescott had an amazing game. He finally figured out how to use Dez, and Zeke got his, and Terrence got his. He finally figured Dez out. I only see Dak Prescott getting better. I saw in the comments for a small little second, somebody said in the comments, "What about Robert Griffin?" Robert Griffin beat people purely off skill. Robert Griffin had arm talent. Robert Griffin was a competitor. And Robert Griffin was a goddamn track star. And he had Alfred Morris behind him. salute to Robert Griffin and everything he does or he did, but Robert Griffin never figured out the finesse side of the game. Robert Griffin had all the skill in the world, but he never learned how to read defenses. You want to talk about somebody that got figured out? Robert Griffin got figured out, man. It was just hard to stop that speed. We've seen Dak Prescott. They'll call Dak a mobile quarterback. Shit, Dak Prescott throw the ball first. He runs when it's open for him. He runs only when he needs to. Dak ain't no running quarterback. Dak's a mobile quarterback, but he's a passer. And he does surgery. And I don't see him making this Robert Griffin-like turn because reading defenses don't change. 4-3 cover 2 today is going to look like 4-3 cover 2 tomorrow. If you figure it out now, you have it figured out later. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, man. Dak gonna be all right. Plus that offensive line still in front of him. Plus Zeke still behind him. I don't think, and Dez is on the outside. I don't think there's one thing to say, oh, well, Dak wouldn't be great if the offensive line wasn't there. Well, we've seen the offensive line block for Kellen Moore and Matt Castle. You know, it is what it is, man. And Robert Griffin got hurt. Let's get to my favorite caller of all time, man. Let's get into it. Let me put both my headphones on because I don't want to miss nothing. This young man is saying, Carolina Pimp, what's good, bro?
Baby, what it is, player?
Man, we trying to hold it down for the Doski Woski. The Peasky Whiskey's implied, but you must say it. If I was to drop the bows, it'll be in the way of Dusty Rose would do it. You understand me, sir?
Shit, knick-knack, patty-whack, give a dog a bone, baby. Now, listen, I got a question for you, man.
Let's get it.
Why in the hell are we talking about Mississippi State football when the Mayweather-McGregor press conference is about to start in 15 minutes, baby? What are we doing?
Oh, my word. Oh, my word. Yo, bro, I'm going to shut this thing down in 15 minutes. I totally forgot. You are 100% right. The Floyd Mayweather-Conor McGregor press conference comes on in 15 minutes. Absolutely.
15 minutes. Listen, baby, the fight starts in 15 minutes because McGregor is about to be like, yo, this motherfucker Floyd ain't paid taxes in 10 years, and the mind games are about to start right now, and this is where Conor McGregor is about to start throwing his punches, baby.
You
already know it.
You know Conor McGregor about to come with that heat, but look, Carolina Pimp. To be fair though, and I know you're a UFC aficionado, you're a boxing fan. You know 9 times out of 10 they both gonna be late for this damn press conference.
All right, let's make a bet. Who's gonna show up first, Mayweather or McGregor?
Oh, you already know Conor McGregor showing up first.
Oh, you think so? I don't know, man.
Look, man.
I don't know, man. I don't think Conor gonna go like that.
This ain't his house, man. This ain't his house. This is Mayweather's house. Conor McGregor, he may show up for these UFC press conferences late. He's not gonna show up to this boxing press conference because, hey, man, Conor McGregor got something to prove today. Conor McGregor gonna knock that man out. That young man, Conor McGregor, his prime gonna knock that 40-year-old man out.
He's going to send his consciousness to the next dimension, Voch. To the next dimension. Floyd won't even be living on Earth no more. He'll be up there with his dead relatives and shit, looking down on the most badass Irishman to ever live.
Hey, man, I can't wait. They have released the price. The price is going to be $99.99. I'm going to see if I can get 10 people to put in $10. And I might have me a lit fight party, man. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I'm going to have so many people over to my crib. I'm about to make some money, dog.
That's what you do. That's what you do. What else you got for the show, bro?
Shit, man. I don't know, man. What do I got for the show? I just saw my homie was live streaming on YouTube, so I'm like, shit, let me see what he's got going on. Let me see what he's up to. Shit. I'm drinking a whiskey sour, baby.
Whiskey
sour. Sitting up here chilling like like real Carolina pimps do, sitting on that terrible city that is Atlanta, Voch Lombardi.
Oh,
I'm just living my life.
Hey, man, that's real love, man. Whenever you see Voch Lombardi live, you just hop on and just say what's up anyway. Do you have any closing remarks, sir?
Man, I'm going to say NFC Championship game, Carolina Panthers versus the Dallas Cowboys in Carolina, because we're going to be the number 1 seed. I promise you that. And McGregor is going to knock the shit out of Floyd Mayweather. That's all I got for you, big baby. Peace and love.
Yes, sir. Take it easy, man. Hold it down for the Doski Woski and the Peaski Whiskey, man. That's my man's right there. That's my man's right there. That's my favorite caller, man. Let me get back to this chat box. I totally forgot, man. I forgot that the McGregor-Mayweather press conference is going to go down in 13 minutes now. So y'all know what that means. That means y'all only got 10 more minutes of me. And after that, I'm going to release film for you. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and release this film for y'all. I wanted to work on this film session to get it out the way. I'm going to go to my channel. I'm going to go to Video Manager. My next video is going to be a video I'm going to put all my love and passion into. I'm going to hit the edit button. And no. That's the video I'm on right now. Where that video at? There you go. There you go. Here we go. We're going to edit that video. I would like to change the thumbnail on it. I'm going to hit custom thumbnail. And it's going to open up like bing. I'm going to select that picture. Okay. That's going to be my custom thumbnail. Okay. And Luke Falk, ladies and gentlemen. Luke Falk is going to be the film session that you have for today. So as soon as we're done here, and it won't be very long, as soon as we're done here, I want y'all to run over to your library or whatever, wherever you find Voch Lombardi videos at, Blockbuster, I don't know, whatever, wherever you rent Voch Lombardi videos at. I want you to go watch that Luke Falk video, man. It was fun. It was fun making it. I really like it. I think he's gonna be one of the quarterbacks that's gonna make a little bit of noise next year, man, because we have 4 other guys that are getting more headlines than him, but Luke Falk has it from the shoulders up, I think. He just got to work on his mechanics a little bit as well. Hey, y'all, time out. Give me 30 quick seconds. Hold up. What up, team? It's Voch Lombardi. Thanks for coming through. Before we get into the content, I just want to let y'all know the best way to support the channel directly is through Patreon. Subscribing to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month can upgrade the production of the channel and increase the frequency of uploads. For less than a bag of almond M&Ms, you can contribute to my YouTube scouting career being my full-time job, which means more content for you. Also, Patreon contributors will gain exclusive access to all my throwback film sessions covering college football tape on players like Sean Taylor, Calvin Johnson, Michael Vick, Luke Kuechly, guys like that. But the link is in the description. It's patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. See y'all there. Appreciate it. For those of you that want to know where to find the press conference, it's gonna be on UFC's YouTube channel. I already got it kind of pulled up on my TV or whatever. Go to the Ultimate Fighting Championship, UFC or whatever. Go to their little YouTube channel, and they'll be streaming the press conference from over there. We got one call. Let me look in the chat box first. I saw something in the chat box. Hey, Voch, what are your thoughts on the rumor that the Cowboys wanted to move up and draft Charles Harris? I think that is just a rumor and nothing else. The Cowboys felt like it was enough talent in this draft, and 407 is gone. I feel like the Cowboys felt like it was enough talent in this draft. They have enough talent in this draft that they could just stay where they were, and somebody that they wanted would fall to them. So I'm not buying that, bro. I've seen a few ads on your videos. How does that work? Well, there are some ads that come through YouTube or whatever, but I have my own ads. Like I can make a video and plug it up into my OBS. Like when I'm when I'm switching between scenes or whatever, like I can have a video and it'll be my SS ass whoop video, and I can be like, okay, play this video now, and it'll do that. Well, hold on, pardon me. It'll do that. Or I can be like, I wanna play my intro, so I load that video up in the OBS, and I'll be like, play that now. Then I come back to logo talk. Play my outro. Come right back. You know what I'm saying? Play the Patreon. What up, team? It's Voch Lombardi. Thanks for coming through. You see what I'm saying? So, if it's not like by a big major company or whatever, you know, if it is by a major company, then that's YouTube playing ads for me or whatever. But if it's something that's pertaining to Voch Lombardi and my brand, if it's me advertising the shirts, the Patreon, all I gotta do is make a video and load it up into the OBS, and I can just show it to y'all whenever I want to. So 407, call back, man. I had somebody call in. 407 called in. Call back, bro. You only got 5 more minutes before I leave and go check out this McGregor. You know what I'm saying? Before I go check out this press conference real quick. Okay, we got a caller, so let's see what's going on. This ain't the person that called in last time, but hey, man, if y'all do have calls, go ahead and call in right now to get this going. 480, who this?
Hey, what's up, Voch? It's your boy Jay, the only Eagles fan out of Arizona.
Jay, the Eagles fan. Yeah, you know what? I got you. It says it right there. Jay, the Eagles fan from Arizona. My bad, man. Go ahead.
What up?
What's up, bro?
Oh no, I had a very interesting question for you actually. A lot of this like off-season talks been happening. You know, we had these new draft prospects and stuff, but there's a name that no one's talking about, and I just want to get your opinion on him. Teddy Bridgewater. I feel like I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, but I just remember before Teddy went down, there was a lot of talk about Minnesota being that team, you know, to come out of that division. And I don't know. I just feel like if Teddy goes to the right team, I know they have Sam Bradford now. I don't even know if they trust him fully. As an Eagles fan, I don't, obviously, but I don't know. I just feel like if Teddy, like, I'd be scared if, like, Teddy, like, if Carson Palmer leaves from Arizona, I'd be scared if Teddy was down there. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like he still has a talent. I just want to know your opinion on him.
Before I answer your question, Jay, let me ask you a question. What do you think about Thots?
About who?
Thots.
I'm sorry, I cannot hear you. What did you say?
About Thots. T.H.O.T.S.
Oh, my bad.
Obviously, you just recently tuned in to the show, but early in the show, somebody asked me what I felt about Black China, and I gave a history lesson on Thots. So when you're done listening, I want you to go watch this video on demand and rewind early in the show. I'm giving y'all a history lesson about the importance of Thots. Anyway,
all right.
Teddy Bridgewater, he's kind of similar to Dak Prescott in the way that he does surgery. He's a surgical quarterback. He limits turnovers. He keeps the ball safe. The reason why the Vikings were the team to beat at the time, because when you have AP behind you and you have that defense on the other side, that's a damn good combination for a little bit of ass whoop. Mm-hmm. But, Teddy got hurt, AP got old, and it is what it is, whatever. Now, your new running back is what's his face? Dadgummit, Florida State.
Oh,
Dalvin Cook. Your new running back is Dalvin Cook. I think that's a serviceable replacement. It's a little better than Jerick McKinnon. So you have your running back, you have your defense. Now, do you stick with Sam Bradford that you gave up first round pick for, or do you see how Teddy and his knees operate? If Teddy was to get away and make it to Houston, make it to Arizona, place like, you know what I'm saying, somebody that's kind of set up already, but they need a quarterback. I think Teddy Bridgewater would be very successful in a system like that's built already.
All right, yeah, because I was just like, I just don't get how like people are just like looking at it, because I mean the Vikings front office is stupid. If you gave you got Sam Bradford, you got Sam Bradford for a first round pick. So I just feel like if there's a team like you're talking about quarterback, like purgatory not that long ago, I feel like Teddy Bridgewater could be the answer for a lot of these like teams. I just don't know why nobody's like talking about it or trying to even make moves.
Hey man, quarterback purgatory is a very scary, scary place, man. Some teams are there for 3 months. Some teams are there for 3 decades. You don't want to be one of those teams. What else you got for the show, Jay, the Eagles fan from Arizona?
Oh, no, that was just it. Yeah, I just want to get your opinion. I just feel like nobody's talking on them. I appreciate it, though.
Please, sir, I want you to rewind this video and get your history and get your history lesson on thots. Please, sir.
I got you. Word up.
All right, salute, bro.
All right, salute.
Man, chat box real fast. Last question: what do y'all think about thots? If anybody that calls in, I'm gonna ask y'all what y'all think about thots. Voch Lombardi, question and answer about whatever. Okay, cool. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna name this thing Voch Lombardi Live Q&A, comma, football, comma, history lesson on thots. I'm so childish. Whatever. Voch Lombardi is going to be on Law Nation's YouTube channel tonight. He's been in the chat box mingling with y'all. If you're a Cowboys fan, you might want to come through, hear us talk a little bit about actually, if you're a Cowboys or if you're a Giants fan, because I think we're going to be breaking down the Cowboys versus Giants situation this year. So if you're a Cowboys fan or a Giants fan, tune in to Law Nation. Law Nation on YouTube. We're going to be breaking down the Cowboys and the Giants' hateful relationship and the matchups we're going to be looking for this year, and just giving a little bit of projection. Me, Cowboys blog, Cowboy Nation TV, Law Nation. You know what I'm saying? We all going to come together and talk a little bit of Cowboys. What else I have for the show, man? Hey, it's about time to get into this press conference, man. So let me get my last little plugs out the way. First and foremost, follow me on Voch Lombardi on Snapchat. Okay, I'm doing Snapchat now. It's going to be an extension of my YouTube channel. So if there's one particular play I may want to highlight, I'll go on the Snapchat, 15 seconds, show y'all the play, give a little breakdown, and may do 2 snaps on it. If y'all wanted to see a particular set of film on some player, but that player may not necessarily make the channel, they may not make a video on the channel, then you can 100% bank on me putting a player like that from obscure state on the Snapchat. So follow me on Snapchat. What y'all think my Snapchat is? It's Voch Lombardi, just like that. One word, VOCHLOMBARDI. I just dropped it in the chat box, so check me out. And as far as my other plugs, I can do that in video form. So also, don't forget to go check out the Luke Falk video. I just dropped that. It's live now, so go check that out. Is that everything? GDA is Young Gashler, man. That's my young phenom Gashler, my young protege. Thots are okay, but you got to realize they are a thought. Hey, man, you got to go back and listen to what we were saying about thots earlier, man. Thots are necessary. Law Nation, I'm going to be on at 8 Central tonight, 8 p.m. Central tonight. I'm going to be on Law Nation. Law Nation on YouTube. Check us out. All right, that's everything. Hey, man, it's been cool, man. I like to just show up and just mingle with y'all, show some love to the people, all right? So it's Voch Lombardi. I'm gone.